afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Walters Stadium here in the campus of Hope College for today's MIAA tournament contest between the Britons of Albion College and the Knights of Calvin University. Here are this afternoon's starting lineups. First for the Britons of Albion College, batting first and playing right field, a sophomore from Covington, Kentucky, number 7, Olivia Palasek. Batting second, playing center field, a sophomore from Hudsonville, number 4, Kennedy Barman. Batting third, the catcher, a senior from Merrill, number 9, Lauren Boer. Batting fourth and playing first base, a senior from Chicago, Illinois, number 24, Grace Conley. Batting fifth and playing third base, a senior from Union City, number 11, Skylar Herman. Batting sixth, the designated player, a sophomore from North Glen, Colorado, number 14, Lily Patillo. Batting seventh, the shortstop, a sophomore from Plainwell, number 3, Shannon Jewell. Batting eighth and playing second base, a junior from Macomb, number 8, Casey Rossi. Batting ninth and playing left field, a sophomore from Waterford, number 10, Maya Newmark. And your starting pitcher, a sophomore from Edwardsburg, number 17, Ashley Pion. And the rest of the Britons of Albion College. Albion is coached by Leanne LaFave. And now here's the starting lineup for the Knights of Calvin University. Batting first and playing second base, a senior from Caledonia, number 1, Hannah Horvath. Batting second, playing right field, a junior from Portage, number 4, Hannah Biddlecombe. Batting third, the catcher, a senior from Vicksburg, number 3, Grace Stock. Batting fourth and playing first base, a sophomore from Vicksburg, number 22, Kaylee Ant. Batting fifth, the designated player, a senior from Clarksville, number 7, Kennedy Gerger. Batting sixth and playing center field, a senior from Frankfort, Illinois, number 12, Kayla Gruen. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, a freshman from Three Oaks, number 9, Emma Springer. Batting eighth and playing third base, a senior from Rockford, number 2, Amber Stanleyas. Batting ninth and playing left field, a sophomore from Niles, number 6, Brooke Tim. And your starting pitcher, a senior from Zeeland, number 11, Bree Legwire. And the rest of the Knights of Calvin University. Calvin is coached by Becky Hilgert. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise. Gentlemen, if you would, please remove your caps. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Welcome, sports fans, to the second game of the MIAA tournament in the Hope College Pod. In the first game today, the Adrian College Bulldogs were victorious over Hope College, our host, by a score of 5-1. So now starting here in game 2, we've got Calvin College as the home team and Albion College as the visitor. Excuse me, let me correct myself. Calvin University. I'm sorry, Calvin fans. Calvin University. My name is Eva Dean Folkert, and I'm the Director of Communication Services at Hope. It's a pleasure to bring you the action today. There's another MIAA pod going on today, and that is at Trine University, is hosting 3 other schools from the league. The winners out of these 2 pods will play in a championship series next week. This is, of course, a double elimination tournament. So we have 4 games going on today. In the 3rd game, it will be Hope, who, as I mentioned, lost the first game, playing against the loser of this game here. Let's go around the outfield assignments. Calvin starting out in the field as the home team. Pitching today is Bree Legwater. Bree has a 7-3 record and a 2.07 ERA. Behind the plate is Grace Stock. At first base, Kaylee Yant. At second base, Hannah Horvath. At third base, Amber Stalnias. Shortstop is Emma Springer. Left field, Brooke Tim. Center field, Kayla Gruen. And in right field, Hannah Biddlecombe. We're about to get underway here. Stepping into the box for Albion is Olivia Palasek. She plays right field, hits .391. First pitch from Legwater is a strike. Inside, ball 1, counts 1-1. 1-1 on Olivia Palasek. She's got a good year going. Really good average at .391. Another inside, ball 2 from Legwater. 2-1 is the count. Strike 2, painted the outside there, painted the black. 2-2 is the count of Palasek. Foul tip. Still 2-2. Legwater steps into the circle, ready to go, delivers. High, counts full, 3-2. Outside, ball 4. Palasek gets a free pass, heads on down to first. Albion's got their first runner on.
Now batting for the Britons, number 4, Kennedy Barman.
Next up for the Albion Britons is Kennedy Barman, center fielder. Strike 1, showed bunt. People were ready to get that from the Calvin team. Showed bunt again. Missed on it, and so that's strike 2. Barman's a .272 hitter, as I said. Playing center field. He's a Huttonville native, played for Grand Rapids Christian High School. Ball 1. Count on Barman is 1-2. Swing and a miss. Legwater gets her first strikeout. Next to the plate, Lauren Boer.
Number 9, Lauren Boer.
Boer plays catcher for the Britons, batting .314 this year. She's from Merrill, Michigan, went to Bullock Creek High School. He takes the first pitch, and it's a strike from Legwater. 0-1. 0-1, 1 out. Runner on first. Pulasic drawing that walk as the leadoff hitter. Low inside, counts 1-1. Inside. Ball 2, 2-1. Lifts it high to center field. It's towering pop-up on the track. Caught by Kayla Gruen. Tag up, advances Pulasic. 2 outs, runner on second base for the Britons.
Now batting for the Britons, number 24, Grace Conley.
First pitch from Legwater to Conley is a ball. Thank you. Thank you. Second pitch in is a strike. Counts 1-1. 2 outs. Pulasic on second. Low delivery from Legwater, counts 2-1. Conley is hitting .322 this year. Another pain in the outside part of the plate from Legwater. That's a strike. Counts 2-2, 2 outs. Fouled away. Still 2-2. Late on the swing, fouls it off again. Battling in there, Conley, waiting to get just what she wants from Legwater. Conley's from Chicago, Illinois. University of Illinois College Prep High School. To second, over to first. It'll come to Yount. Third out. We head to the bottom of the first. 0 runs, 0 hits, 0-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a couple of quick announcements at this time. We have two vehicles that are blocking the construction area right now by Ray and Susan Stadium. These two vehicles need to be moved right away. There's a Honda van, license plate DCP 0466, and a Ford truck, license plate DWT 9257. These vehicles have to be moved immediately. Again, a Honda van, license plate DCP 0466, and a Ford truck DWT 9257. Please move these vehicles immediately. And then lastly, just some COVID-19 announcements as a reminder. Please make sure your mask is on at all times and properly worn over your nose and mouth throughout your visit here today. Please be sure to use the seat markers to find a seat and try not to move seats throughout the game to ensure proper distancing. And please do not have any close contact with Albion or Calvin student athletes at the conclusion of today's event. As always, we thank you for ensuring a safe environment for all of us.
So here we head into the bottom of the first. Let's go around the field for the Albion Britons today. On the mound is Ashley Pion. Her record is 11-9 this season with a 2.33 ERA. Behind the plate, Lauren Brewer at first, Grace Conley at second, Casey Rossi at third, Skylar Herman. Playing shortstop is Shannon Jewell. In left field, Maya Newmer. Center field, Kennedy Barman, and in right field, Olivia Polasic. Now at the plate, batting left-handed is Hannah Horvath, Calvin's second baseman. First swing, first pitch, pops up to the third baseman, 1 out.
Now batting for the Knights, number 4, Hannah Biddlecom.
Hannah Biddlecom now at the plate, also a left-handed batter. She plays right field. Is batting .429 this year for the Knights. Again, first pitch, bunt attempt, foul ball. Biddlecom heads back to the batter's box with an 0-1 count. Steps back in to face Pion. Inside and high, ball 1. Counts 1-1. Swing to center field, headed back, caught by Kennedy Barman for out 2. Next up is Grace Stock. Grace is the catcher for the Knights. She is batting .356 this year. Stock is from Vicksburg, Michigan, and she takes the first pitch outside from Pion. Inside, but across the plate. That's a strike. Counts 1-1 and 2 outs. She connects. It's in the gap. And it is over the fence. Solo home run for Grace Stock. Stock putting Calvin on the board. That's her second home run this year. Stock has batted in now 37 runs on the season.
Now batting for the Knights, number 22, Kaylee Yent.
Pion comes back with a strike. Kaylee Yant at the plate. First baseman for Calvin, hitting .397 this year. And she takes Swing at the second pitch, high, pop up to the second baseman. And that's 3 outs. So with Stock's home run, it's Calvin 1, Albion 0. We'll head to the top of the second.
No one left on base. Entering the top of the second inning, Calvin University 1, Albion College 0. Leading off the top of the second inning for the Britons, number 11.
Here we go at the top of the second. Leading off for Albion is Skylar Herman. Herman plays third base, hitting .261 on the season. Delivery from Legwater, first pitch strike. Swung on down the left field line, and it stays fair. That is a double for Herman. Well placed down the line and deep into the warning track. Now the Britons have a runner in scoring position. Strike, Legwater to Patillo. Patillo is a designated player, hitting .256. Ball 1-1. Patillo watches it close, takes another ball. It's 2-1. Legwater does really well on the outside part of that plate for strikes. Paints it really close to the black. It's 2-2, 0 outs. Runner in scoring position for Albion. The leadoff double by Herman. Same spot, strike 3, caught looking. Tillo goes to the dugout, and up next is Shannon Jewell.
Now batting for the Britons, number 3, Shannon Jewell.
Jewell is the Britons' shortstop. Batting .305 this year. First pitch from Lakewater, right down the middle. Strike one. Another strike. 0-2 on Jewell's, behind in the count. Ball outside. 1-2. Foul ball. Strikes 1 and 2, 1 out. Jewell's had 25 hits this season. (14 RBIs). The runner in scoring position, she has a chance to add to that. Strike 3. Punches her out. It's 2 outs now for Calvin, thanks to 2 strikeouts by Legwater.
Number 8.
Next up, second baseman Casey Rossi. Check strewing foul ball down the first base line for Rossi. That makes the count 0-1. 2 outs. Had Herman out there on second base since the first batter, and to see if we can't bring around and get on scoreboard too. And Rossi looks well at that. That's an inside ball. Counts 1-1. 2 outs. Once again, outside part of the straight plate, it is a strike and 1-2 on Rossi. Let's see what the delivery is here from Legwater. 1-2. Another outside part of the plate. Rossi got in there to reach for it, fouled it off. 1-2. Again, a trademark locomotive going just past the outfield fence there. Grounder to shortstop. Springer over to Yount. Out 3. Albion strands a runner. So with 1 hit and 0 runs, still Calvin 1-0, headed to the bottom of the second. Here we go, back with action. Bottom of the second.
Bottom of the second inning for the Knights.
Calvin leads 1-0 on a solo home run by Grace Stock the last inning. Now up for the Knights, designated player Kennedy Gerger. Pitch from Pion, first swing, foul ball down the left field line by Gerger. Gerger, a .264 hitter from Clarksville, Michigan, Lake Odessa High School. Pop up, can it be caught by the catcher? It is. Caught by Lauren Boer for out number 1.
Now batting for the Knights, number 12, Kayla Gruen.
Next up for Calvin is center fielder Kayla Gruen. Gruen, a .263 hitter. Swings at the first pitch outside. She got a piece of it. Counts 0-1. Gruen's from Frankfort, Illinois. Went to Lincoln Way East High School. She waits for the next delivery from Pion. Again, fouls it off. Making connection with the ball each time. Just in the wrong direction. She's behind in the count now, 0-2. Outside pitch from Pion now. Counts 1-2, 1 out. Strikeout for Pion, swinging third pitch, strikeout there for Gruen. It's 2 outs now.
Now batting for the Knights, number 9, Emma Springer.
Up to the plate now is Emma Springer, Calvin's shortstop. A .278 hitter this season. Takes the first pitch, outside, ball. Counts 1-0. Fouled off, second pitch for a 1-1 count. Pion delivers. It's high. Ball 2. 2-1. Swung on. It's down the right field line. It is drifting out of play into Calvin's bullpen area. Plasek gave it a chase, but there's going to be no tracking that one down. That was well outside the fence. Counts 2-2. Gets it in there for a ball, so its count is full. 3-2, 2 outs. Swung on Wells in the gap between Barman and Plasek. He's going to go in for 2 and stands up with a double. Springer with a stand-up double with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. So Calvin puts another runner in scoring position, and that brings up third baseman Amber Stalnias. Stalnias is a .214 hitter, batting in the 8th spot. She takes an outside corner called strike, counts 0-1. Foul ball, again to the right side. So Stalnias finds herself behind in the count, 0-2. Outside, ball one. High. Ball two. Counts 2-2. 2 outs. Springer on second with that double in the gap there between center and right field. To the shortstop, Jewell bobbles it into center. Springer holds up at third. So Stalnias gets on with an error to the shortstop.
Now batting for the Knights, number 6, Brooke Tim.
Got runners on the corners here. Brooke Tim, the left fielder, up. She's a .395 hitter for the Calvin Knights. Strike to Tim. She's got an 0-1 count now with a runner in scoring position. 2 outs. Pop up to left field. Under it, in comes Maya Newmer, makes the third out, and that's the end of 2. So with 1 hit, 1 error, no runs, still Calvin 1, Albion 0. We'll head to the third inning.
1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. For the Knights, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on base. Entering the top of the third inning, Calvin University 1, Albion College 0.
Here we go, back to action. Top of the third inning. Albion up to bat. Here and leading them off will be Maya Newmer. Maya is a Britain's left fielder.
Number 10,
She's a sophomore from Waterford, Michigan, Waterford Kettering High School, batting .217 this year. She waits for the first pitch from Legwater. And it is a swing, and it's a strike. 0-1. Second delivery, up the middle, slap single. Gets by Legwater right past second base. Albion's got their first hit of the inning. Their second hit of the game.
now batting for the Britons, number 7, Olivia Palisek.
Olivia Palisek back at the plate. It's her second at bat. First one she walked. She attempts a sacrifice bunt, but it is fouled off. Counts 0-1. So Albion with a leadoff single, put a runner on base. Palisek, the .291 hitter at the plate for delivery from Legwater. High and inside. Ball 1-1. Swung on to right field. Good jump on it by Hannah Biddlecombe. Makes the first out of the inning, and that holds Newmer at first. 1 out.
Now batting for the Ravens, number 4, Kennedy Barman.
Back at the plate is Kenny Barman. She had a strikeout in her first at bat. Legwater got her swinging. This first pitch here is also a strike, so 0-1. 1 out. 1 on. It's another ball. It's 2-1. That skips in, and a stolen base for Newmer. Newmer gets down to second on that pitch in the dirt by Legwater. Two and one. The runner on second, scoring position. Stopped by the first baseman, Biddlecombe. Excuse me, Yount. Tagged her out. That's 2 outs. Got a conference by the umpires. But see what this conference is about. Maybe you're wondering about fair or foul ball there on the first baseline. Calvin Coach. Becky Hilgert out on the mound. Conference there. We're all set here now. 2 outs. Runner on third. That's a ball to Lauren Boer. Boer, the second baseman for the Brits. Ball outside. 2-0. Boer has a chance here to tie it up. The runner on third. Delivery is a strike outside. And again, that black part of the plate. Legwater is really good on that pitch. It's 2-1, 2 outs. Grounder. Stalnias to Yant. Out 3. Albion strands a runner. 1 hit. No runs. Score is 1-0 Calvin. As we head to the bottom of the third. Well, here we go with bottom of the third inning action. Calvin University as the home team here in the bottom of the third, and leading off will be Brooke Tim, the left fielder. Tim is a .395 hitter. Looked at that one, it was a good eye. Outside, ball one. Down to second. That's Ross to Conley, out one. Next up, Hannah Horvath. My apologies.
Now batting for the Knights, number 3, Grace Stock.
Up for Calvin now is Grace Stock, who had the home run in the first inning to put Calvin on the board. She looks at the first pitch for ball one. Down the middle, pick up by the oh, bad throw. That's going to get a runner in. It's a second run for Calvin. So error gets Grace on. So Calvin with a run. With Stock's hit, error on the second, on the shortstop there. Try to get an out at second. So that now gives Calvin runners at the corner with no outs, and Callie Yant. First pitch swing out by Newmer, throws it in, sacrifice. So that gets another run in for Calvin.
Now batting for the Knights, number 7, Kennedy Gerger.
Calvin has 2 runs already with 1 out. Gerger is up. She takes the first pitch ball. Gerger, the designated player. She had a pop-up to catcher in the first, on her first at bat. And she takes another ball, so it's 2-0. The Pion swung on, foul back. Out of play. Counts 2-1. Counts 2-2 now to Gerger. So another ball high, drifted upward on Pion. Count is full at 3-2 with 1 out. Gerger, runner on first. It would be Grace Stock who reached on an error. Again, foul back. Gerger's battling here. Counts full. Delivery. She sends it into right field. It's lofted high. And that's caught by Pulasic. So that's out 2.
Now batting to the ninth, number 12,
Kayla Gruen.
Strike 1 to Kayla Gruen. Sends it way foul. Gruen now has an 0-2 count. Pion's ahead of her. 2 outs. Stock on first. It's a ball. Boer keeps it in front of her to keep Stock at first. So, counts 1-2. Stock on first. Gruen at the plate. 1-2 delivery. Outside. It's 2-2, 2 outs. Swing, strikeout, third out. So Calvin got 2 in the bottom of 3rd inning. And now lead the Britons 3-0, heading into the top of the 4th.
3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Entering the top of the 4th inning, Calvin University 3, Albion College 0.
Here we go with the top of the 4th inning. Legwater has a 2-hitter going so far against the Britons. And she'll face, to lead off this inning, Grace Conley. Conley, first base. Conley grounded out in her first at-bat in the 1st inning. Grounder to the second baseman. She swings on the first pitch. It's slow roller, and she beats it out. Conley gets on, beats out that slow roller. Hannah Horvath just couldn't come in time. Give Conley for good hustle down the line there. So that's one on.
Pinch runner.
And Conley will get a pinch runner here, number 12. Number 12 is Olivia Polak from Jacksonville, Michigan.
Pinch runner for the Britons is number 12, Olivia Polak. Now batting
In the
for
box
Britons,
now is Skylar Herman,
number 11,
the
Skylar
Britons' third baseman. She had a double in the second inning. And that almost fell in, but just fouled down the right field line for strike one. So 0-1 to Herman. Strike. Another outside painter, 0-2. Swung on, going deep center field. Michaela Gruen's under it for out number 1.
now batting for the Britons, number 14,
So,
Lily Patillo.
one out. Now up to bat, designated player, Lily Patillo. Ball 1. Legwater got Patillo looking in the second inning. Barely foul, just past the just past the third base bag. For 1-1 to Patillo now. One out. Polak at first, designated runner, or pinch runner, excuse me. Goes over to Stalnias, and not in time. Still, got Polak at second for the second out. Fielder's choice. Puts Patillo at first. So there are 2 outs now.
Now batting for the Britons, number 3,
Still a runner on
Shannon
first
Jewell.
base. And at the plate for Albion is Shannon Jewell, the shortstop. Swings at the first pitch. Again, Springer to first. Yant picks it out for the third out. So we head to the bottom of the 4th. Okay, here to start action in the bottom of the fourth. Calvin has 5 hits so far this game and 3 runs.
Fourth inning for the Knights.
Emma Springer is now up to base, or up to the plate for the Knights. Springer, the shortstop. She had a double in her first at bat. She takes ball inside. She lifts it, just left field. Center field is calling for it, however. Kennedy Barman makes the out. So, out 1 for the Britons.
Now batting for the Knights, number 2.
That brings
Amber Stanelius.
Stanelias up to the plate, third baseman. She reached on an error in her first at-bat. She's hitting .214 this year. Again, swings on that first pitch. They're liking what they see. These Calvin Knights right up to the plate. As soon as they get in there, it's 0-1 to Stanelias with 1 out. Ball inside, delivered by Pion. Counts 1-1. Change up. Outside, though. Ball 2. 2-1. Foul back, out of play. Counts 2-2. 2-2 to Stanelias. And for her first hit on the day. She swings for the third strike, first out. Second out. For Calvin, now up is Brooke Tim, the left fielder. Tim had a fly out to left field, her first at bat, and this time it looks like it might be a fly out to third baseman Herman. Skylar Herman puts out Tim there. So that's 3 outs. 3 up, 3 down. That brings us to the top of the 5th with Calvin leading 3-0.
Entering the top of the 5th inning, Calvin University 3, Albion College 0.
Here we go with the top of the 5th. Lakewater has a 2-hit shutout going so far against the Albion College Britons. In to start us is Casey Rossi. Foul ball. First strike. 0-1. Rossi grounded out in her first at bat in the second inning. Shortstop to first, ground out. She bats about 180 this year. High and outside. It brings the count to 1-1. Sends it back quick. It's a foul tip for strike 2. Counts 1-2. Rossi gets part of her bat on it, battled it out, a little outside there, but she kind of liked it. Sent it foul though. Counts 1-2. You can get something started here for the Britons. Another foul ball. 1-2. Ball outside. Rossi had good discipline there. She sat there with a couple strikes and a couple foul balls, and she knew that one was going to be high and outside. She waits now for the 2-2 delivery. And, sends it to shortstop, and that's an error on Springer. So Rossi makes it to first base on the error by Springer. We have a pinch runner in for the Britons, Felicia Max, senior. And at the plate is Maya Newmer, left fielder. Sends a bunt down. Did she make it? She is out, but that's moved over Max to second, put her in scoring position. So sacrifice bunt. Excuse me, called her safe.
Now batting for the Britons, number 7, Olivia Palisek.
So excuse me, there's no outs. Newmer made it on the bunt, called her safe. Got Max at second, Newmer at first, Olivia Palisek up. And that is a sacrifice bunt to move the runners over. And we've got runners in scoring position now.
Now batting for the Britons, number 4.
So up to the plate is Kennedy Barman, center fielder. She's got runners on third and second with 1 out. Legwater throws in a strike. Strike 2. 2 really good pitches there by Legwater. Barman now is behind in the count with 2 runners on and 1 out. Fouled it off. Still 0-2. She's got to protect the plate now. Help her team get on the board here. Look for what she wants. And third swing strike. So that's out number 2 for Calvin. Strikeout by Legwater. That's her 4th of the game. So Albion still has runners on 2nd and 3rd, and Lauren Bohr is at the plate. Bohr is 0-2 on the day. And she takes a ball on the first pitch. Bohr had a fly out to center field in her first at bat and a ground out from 3rd to 1st in her second at bat. And that's a strike. Out again, outside part of the plate. It's 1-1. 1-1 to Bohr. Up the middle, right over Legwater's head. Springer get her. No, safe. Run in. That puts Albion on the board. So Max came in as the pinch runner. That is Albion's first run.
Now batting for the Britons, number 24, Grace Conley.
And that moved over Newmer to 3rd. So runners on the corner. Strike 1. Right back to Legwater. Gets it over to Yant. Out 3. So Albion gets a run in the top of the 5th to make the score 3-1 in favor of the Calvin University Knights.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Knights, number 1, Hannah Horvath.
Top of the 5th now, and top of the lineup for the Calvin University Knights with Hannah Horvath. Horvath is 1-2 on the day. First pitch is a ball. Ball tip strike, 1-1. Slap hit up the middle for Horvath. That's their second single of the day. It's 2 for 3.
Now batting for the Knights, number 4.
So up to bat now is Hannah Biddlecombe, the right fielder. Biddlecombe flied out to center in her first at-bat and then had a single bunt in her second. So steal now going down, and she is in well safe. Horvath gets a steal of second. Puts herself in running position, in scoring position for Biddlecombe. Counts 0-1. Error on Rossi. Tried to make a running throw over to first base to Conley, and it was not on target. So, that scored Horvath, and that moved Biddlecombe.
For the Knights, number 3, Grace Stock.
Grace Stock is up to bat now for Calvin. Stock takes a first pitch strike. It's 0-1. Tries to throw down 2 on the steal, and in comes Calvin's second run of the inning. Biddlecombe scores on the attempted steal and the error by the catcher, throwing down to third. So that now makes the score 5-1 Calvin. So Albion has to settle some things down now. As Calvin has put 2 up here on the scoreboard with no outs. Stock is still at the plate with an 0-2 count. She fouls it back. Boer stops that one in the dirt, so it's 1-2. Two and 2 for Stock. After being behind in the count, 0-2, she's got it back to 2-2. Wait for Pion's delivery here. So outside pitch and a pop up to shortstop Jewell for out number 1.
Now batting for the Knights, number 22, Callie Yant.
To bat now is Callie Yant. Yant pops it up to first base, and just hard to backpedal there. Conley couldn't get it. The wind is blowing pretty hard out of the west. See the flags going there out over the scoreboard. It just kept drifting over her head. So that puts Yant back at the plate. Swing, miss, counts 0-2. So Yant's going to bottle too, a little bit like Stock did at her at-bat. Got behind in the count, 0-2. Fouled off some balls. Pop straight up. See if the catcher can get it. She did. Boer got it. It's 2 outs. Again, those high pop-ups, that win and really messes with them. But Boer's able to get under it for out number 2.
Now batting for the Knights, number 7, Kennedy Geiger.
Next up for Calvin, Kennedy Geiger, designated player. Takes the first pitch, strike, 0-1. Over the head of Jewell. Geiger gets a stand-up double. Well struck. Gerger had flown out twice earlier, once to the catcher and once to right field, now has a stand-up double. That was Geiger's 3rd double of the year. And she's going to get a pinch runner here.
Number 5, Jessica Bongiorno.
So, number 5, Jessica Bongiorno from Glendale Heights, Illinois, will be the pinch runner at second.
Number 12, Kayla Gruen.
So Gruen's up to bat, the center fielder. She takes a first pitch ball, counts 0-1. Gruen's looking for her first hit on the day. She's had 2 strikeouts today, and she's got an opportunity now to bring Geiger in, add to Calvin's lead. But she sees an inside strike there, getting some encouragement from Coach Becky Hilgert. Foul ball, out of play, left field line. Counts 1-2 with 2 outs. It's a ball high and outside. Counts 2-2. Bongiorno on second. It's a pinch runner for Geiger, who had a stand-up double. She fouls it down the right field line. Diving for it was Pulasic. She just couldn't get there. She had a long way to go for it, though. So still 2-2 to Gruen. 2 outs. That was a hot foul ball there. Coach Becky Hilgert needed to watching that one whiz by. 2-2. Delivery from Ashley Pion now. Change up. She got a hit past second baseman, and that brings home the pinch runner. Give Calvin a 6-1 lead now. There's 3 runs for Calvin here in this inning.
Now batting for the Knights, number 9, Emma Springer.
Emma Springer at the plate. Gruen taunts a little bit like she might steal. Springer has an 0-1 count. Springer also had a double in her first at-bat. That was in the second inning. So she's 1-2 on the day. And that's a strikeout for Pion. Her 4th of the day. That ends the inning. So Calvin got 3 runs that inning to increase their lead to 6-1. We head to the top of the 6th. Albion coming to the plate.
2 hits, 2 errors, and 2 left on base. For the Knights, 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. Entering the top of the 6th inning, Calvin University 6, Albion College 1.
Here we are, top of the 6th. Albion broke up Legwater's shutout in the last inning with a run. Legwater has given up only 4 hits, though, on this game. And at the plate right now for the Albion Britons is Skylar Herman. Herman had a double in her first at-bat. She flew out to center field in her second at-bat. So she's 1-2 on the day. And she takes a first pitch strike for 0-1. Ball high. Counts 1-1. Herman follows it back for a 1-2 count. Again, Herman makes connection but sends it out of play. Legwater does like the outside of that plate, and Herman's making some connection out there, but just can't put it into play. Right to the shortstop. Springer tries to get it to first, but is overthrown. It's not picked up by Yant. She gets it quickly. So Albion's got a runner on now here at the top of the 6th.
Now batting for the Britons, number 14, Lily Patillo.
At the plate now is Lily Patillo. That's a hit. Patillo gets on. So the first 2 batters for Albion have reached base. One on an error by the shortstop, one on a hit by Patillo.
Pinch runner at first base is going to be
We're going to bring in a pinch runner, Shea Sullivan.
pinch runner for the
At first base.
is number 5, Shea Sullivan.
So Herman at second, Sullivan at first. Shannon Jewell is at the plate.
Now batting for the Britons, number 3, Shannon Jewell.
There's no outs. Jewell's a 300 hitter. And she attempts to put down a bunt, but misses, so that's strike one. Jewell is 0-2 on the day with a strikeout and a ground out. She's looking for her first production. With runners on, she could do some damage here. Takes inside, counts 1-1. Ball outside, 2-1. Wind is really picking up here at Walter Stadium. Sweet pickup. Nice stop of Stalnias. That was a rocket that she just stabbed and caught and got the first out. Great defensive play there.
Rossi.
Now at the plate is Casey Rossi. Rossi's also looking for her first hit of the day. She had a ground out on her first at bat and then actually reached base on an error. So she's 0-1 with a 1-0 count. Fouls it off for a 1-1 count. Rossi's from Macomb, went to Henry Ford High School. And she looks for the delivery from Legwater. Another foul. Counts 1-2. Right back to Legwater, straight up the middle. That advances the runners. But Rossi is out for out number 2.
Now batting for the Britons, number 10.
So 2 outs for the Britons with runners on second and third. And at the plate is Maya Newmer. Newmer had a single in her last at bat. And that is a ball for her 1-0 count against Legwater. 2 outs. She held off again for a 2-0 count. Right down the first base line, caught inbound or picked up inbounds by Yant. That's the 3rd out. And though they had runners on, Albion could not bring anyone home. It's still 6-1 Calvin. We're headed to the top of the 7th. So, apologies, correction, we're at the bottom of the 6th, not the top of the 7, as I left you last time. This announcing gig is hard, to be honest. So, here we go with a new pitcher for Albion, Melanie Cousins. She's 5-5 on the year. And at the plate is Amber Stalnias. Stalnias is looking for her first hit of the day. Down to the shortstop, Jewell. Over to Conley, out number 1.
Now batting for the Knights, number 6, Brooke Tim.
Next up for Calvin is Brooke Tim. Tim swings on the first pitch, fouls it off for a strike. Tim takes inside. It's 1-1. Tim up the middle for her first hit of the day. It's a single.
Now batting for the Knights,
Hit number 9. That was hit number 9 for Calvin.
Horvath.
Hit number 10. Sorry, I should refresh my stats. Hit number 10 for Calvin. Horvath back at the top of the lineup. Horvath is 2 for 3 on the day. She's had 2 singles and she's flown out to third base. And she's watching well as the count is 2-0 with 1 out. Tim on first. Two and 1. It's a slap hit. She makes it over. Another single for Horvath. That's 2 on for Calvin. Tim at second, Horvath at first. And at the plate is Hannah Biddlecombe, the right fielder. First pitch is a ball from Cousins. And the second pitch is a strike. Counts 1-1. 1 out. Biddlecomb's 1 for 2 on the day. Second base, flip over. It's bobbled. So now Biddlecomb's on. Horvath is on. Tim is on. Bases are loaded with 1 out. And Greystock is at the plate. Stock takes a strike. Stock has some power. She hit that home run in the first inning to put Calvin on the board. 1-0 after 1. Right up the middle. In the gap between right and center. That's going to score a couple. That's going to score 3. Stock has a 3-run double. 4 RBIs for Stock today. And that is the end of the game with an 8-run difference. It's Calvin 9, Albion 1. Calvin now advances through the winner's bracket. We'll play the 4th game today. And we'll have our next game starting at around 3:30. And that will be between Hope College and Albion College. Thanks for watching. We hope to see you back later.